Back here, new data into our newsroom tonight shows the full toll of the spring wildfires that ripped across northeast Minnesota. The St. Louis County Assessor's Office released these figures today after inspecting hundreds of properties across the burn areas of the Munger Shaw, Jenkins Creek, and Camp House fire areas. They found 74 properties suffered damage. On those properties, 205 structures were damaged or destroyed. That equals a financial loss of more than $2.3 million. These numbers are preliminary and could be subject to change. The 3 May wildfires torched roughly 30,000 acres from Canyon to Skybo to Brimson.